The jet goes down. On April 3, 2026, a US F-15E Strike Eagle went down over Iran. Both men aboard ejected. One was recovered the same day. The other, the rear seat weapons systems officer, was not. For nearly 2 days he remained inside Iranian territory. The United States tried to recover him before Iranian forces or local searchers reached him first. One man out, one left behind. The aircraft was an F-15E, a 2-seat strike fighter. It was crewed by a pilot and a weapons systems officer. Strong reporting says it was brought down by Iranian fire or Iranian air defenses during the ongoing war. The exact mission of that sortie and the exact weapon that hit it remain unclear in open reporting. What mattered next was simple. One airman came out quickly. The other did not, trapped in the mountains. The Washington Post and the Associated Press reported that the missing officer was seriously injured, hiding in mountainous terrain, and in increasing danger as searchers closed in. Iranian media reportedly offered a reward for information leading to his capture. Some of those details rest on narrower sourcing than the core facts. But the overall picture is clear enough. The second crew member was in a far worse recovery situation than the first. The first mission, stay alive. His first task was survival. Reuters notes that U.S. aircrews train in survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Open reporting still does not tell us exactly how he moved, hid, treated injuries, or signaled. But it does show that he stayed alive and uncaptured, long enough for a rescue force to be built around him. The search comes under fire. The rescue effort began almost immediately. It came under fire early. Reuters and the Washington Post reported that 2 helicopters involved in the search effort were hit by Iranian fire, but made it back out. The Post added that people aboard were injured. Aircraft flying low and slow over mountain terrain were exposed. Each attempt to get closer carried the risk of losing more people and more aircraft. A larger rescue takes shape. By that point, a quick pickup was no longer enough. Reuters and the Associated Press both reported that the second rescue involved dozens of aircraft and special operations forces. The mission had to protect the airspace around the recovery. It had to move rescuers to the survivor. It had to support them once contact was made. Then it had to get everyone back out. Intelligence, deception, and timing. One of the most important parts of the story is this. The rescue appears to have depended as much on intelligence as on aviation. The Washington Post reported that the CIA helped locate the missing officer. It also reported that the agency ran a deception campaign. The goal was to make Iranian searchers think U.S. forces had already found him and were moving him over land. Reuters adds that Israeli intelligence helped the mission. It also reported that Israeli attacks in the area were paused to make the rescue easier. How rescue missions usually work. In general, missions like this are built to recover isolated personnel before the enemy can capture, kill, or exploit them. In hostile territory, that usually means a coordinated package. There is command and control. There are aircraft to move and protect the rescue force. And there are ground teams that reach the survivor, treat injuries, secure the site, and prepare the extraction, the overnight recovery. By the night of April 4th into April 5th, the mission appears to have entered its decisive phase. The Associated Press reported that the second crew member was recovered in an overnight operation nearly 2 days after the shootdown. Reuters said U.S. Special Operations Forces carried out a high-risk mission deep inside Iran. The hidden extraction point. The mission did not end when rescuers reached him. Reuters reported that the rescued officer was moved from near a mountain to a transport aircraft parked within Iran. That points to an internal extraction point, rather than a simple in-and-out pickup from the original hiding place. Aircraft lost on the way out. The exfiltration appears to have become dangerous in its own right. Reuters reported that at least one aircraft had to be destroyed after malfunctioning. The Associated Press, citing a regional intelligence official, said 2 U.S. transport planes were blown up after technical problems prevented their recovery. Iran offered a competing account. It claimed that several American aircraft were shot down during the rescue, but Reuters said those claims were not independently verified. The safest conclusion is that some U.S. aircraft were lost or deliberately scuttled at or near the extraction point. The exact number, the exact types, and the exact causes remain contested, more than a shootdown. This was the story of the effort required to recover the second crew member. It involved survival on the ground, a search under fire, intelligence support, deception, allied coordination, special operations forces, and a difficult extraction that may have ended with aircraft deliberately destroyed, rather than abandoned. Some details remain unresolved. The broad picture does not. Pulling one wounded airman out of Iran required far more than finding him.